Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here. Before I get started with anything regarding this video, I want to take this opportunity to thank another individual subscriber out there who goes by the name of Mr. Audience Member for sending me this next article that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Thank you, Mr. Audience Member, and I hope that you enjoy this. I have to be honest with you guys, I have not made a video about the Duggar family or anything linked to them in a very long time. I felt that there was nothing to talk about anymore because everyone had become so familiar with their nonsense. I felt that there was nothing that would surprise me at all. I felt this way until this article was shown to me by Mr. Audience Member. After I read this article, I was at a loss for words. I was actually surprised. This article shows the negative influence that religion has within society yet again, and this is something that does need to be discussed. So, here we go. The article starts off by saying it's becoming increasingly clear that when TLC decided to promote a story of the fundamentalist Christian Duggar family, they weren't just idolizing right-wing anti-gay bigots, they were legitimizing a toxic cult that for years had lived in the shadows and now, thanks to increasing exposure, has begun to fester and grow. Quiverful, the fundamentalist movement run by a man named Von Ullman, works to silence and control women in ways that wouldn't seem entirely out of place in regions controlled by the Taliban. Its pitch is that women should be subservient to their husbands and relied on primarily for household chores and churning out babies. The full quiver in the name is a nod to the number of children each family is encouraged to have, as many as possible. But if mature women are reduced to home and baby makers, then girls are seen as less than that. Enter Ullman's brand new retreat designed specifically for Christian dads to meet up and plan who they will give their daughters to, particularly troublesome ones who may be nearly out of school and haven't found a husband yet. Called the Get Them Married Retreat, the group's announcement is deeply disturbing. We at Let Them Marry Ministries are excited to finally be able to announce our plans for the Get Them Married Retreat. We have set our plans and are accepting applications. Pending sufficient signups and barring unforeseen contingencies, we will be hosting the first Get Them Married retreat this fall. Unforeseen contingencies might include the fact that nowhere in the Let Them Marry Ministries lengthy post is the consent of the children ever acknowledged. Let them marry really means let us marry them off. This is made explicit in the rules. For the purposes of this conference, we ask that a young man who is interested in a young woman approach her father, mother, brother, etc., before approaching her. In the case where he is interested in a young woman who is not accompanied, we ask that the young man speak privately to one of the retreat staff members. As Raw's story points out, Ullman is very big on the idea that children should be married as soon as possible. His criteria for when a girl is ready is between the ages of 13 and 20. They claim they take a hard stand against 12-year-olds getting married. That is their red line. The specifics are even more disturbing. The youth ready for marriage has breasts. A woman who is to be married is one who has breasts, breasts which signal her readiness for marriage, and breasts who promise enjoyment for her husband. We believe that breasts here stand as a symbol for all forms of full secondary sexual characteristics. The youth ready for marriage is ready to bear children. Unlike modern society, Scripture sees the woman as a bearer, nurser, and raiser of children. The young woman is the woman whose body is physically ready for these things, physically mature enough to handle them without damage. The youth ready for marriage is one who is ready for sexual intercourse, sexually and emotionally. Her desire is for her husband, and she is ready to rejoice in him physically. Like I said in the beginning, guys, I am at a loss for words here. I do not understand how they are going to be able to get away with this, to be honest. Are the authorities just going to stand there and let this happen? This is a very important question to me because the innocent lives of children are at risk here. I have always said that Christianity is morally bankrupt, and this is another prime example of that. What bothers me the most about all of this is the fact that these religious idiots think that this behavior is okay and that everything is fine. When one throws morality out of the window like this, they are less than human to me. I know this may sound kind of brutal, but when one places children in a situation like this, they have shown everyone just how morally bankrupt they really are. This also shows that a belief in a fairy tale can be dangerous. I guess a young child's innocence means nothing to these people, and that within itself makes me sick. I will never have any respect or admiration for this pathetic religion. It is not worthy of any of these things. This is what striving for an alleged eternity gets you.